Deck the halls with your Yandere. Fa la 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 la. Welcome back to another video, my sexy muffins, and happy holidays. I hope that you're all having a great holiday season. And this one might be a little bit different than what I've described in previous videos and such because I accidentally deleted for good the audio I originally had for this. So this is a re-recording and doing my best to make it as good as the last one. Anyways, let's get on to business. This one's about Velvette and it's audio only. I just don't have the energy to type out a whole script and then edit, and just it's too much work. I got espresso depresso, seasonal depression, regular depression, and also family issues. So my butt has does not have the energy. So I'm doing the best that I can while still making out amazing content for you all. Anyways, let's get on to business. Disclaimer: Velvet is not Yandere in canon. This is just for fun and not to be taken seriously at all. Simping for fictional characters and Yanderes is fine, just do not be illegal or gross about it. You know who you are, you dirty flaky biscuits. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life. Also remember to separate fiction from reality and headcanon from canon. Thank you. Now let's do this. Oh, wait, one more disclaimer. Disclaimer number two. Uh, Not all autistic people act the same. A lot of them act differently from each other and such. And it's a spectrum, and there's a limitless amount of ways you can experience and live with your autism, even though some of it may overlap with ADHD as well. It is a spectrum, and it's unique for how people deal with it in each person's case. So that is what I'm saying. Anyways, let's get on to the video. Velvet and you were getting ready to go to the ice skating rink. You loved ice skating when you were human, and it was one of your favorite things to do during the holiday time. They opened the ice rink at the local mall and the Pride Ring, and you were really excited to go. You were practically skipping down the street with Velvet as you guys made it into the mall and rented your skates. Velvet made sure that you and her got the top of the line skates, and she was even planning on getting you a pair of your own favorite ice skates for yourself so you wouldn't have to use the mall's rentals. You guys got them on, and then you were quickly on the ice. You held Velvet's hand as you skated with her through the ice, but you were getting overexcited because you did some figure skating. You weren't like on a team or anything, or even figure skated and professionally. You just figure skated for the fun of it and took classes when you were younger. So you did some moves, showing off and having a good time. It was beautiful. Velvet was really impressed. "You're doing great, honey," she says to you as she checks out your butt as you flex your body and move, and even did twirls in the air. She was really impressed. She didn't know you were this good at it. It was something new she learned about you, and she was excited to know about it. Of course, there's always that butthole on the ice who likes to show off and speed and swerve through the crowds of ice skating, because even though it was early in the morning and not as crowded, it was starting to get a little crowded, and you were being careful and mindful not to bump into anyone. But this jerkwad, oh my God, he sped right past you, shoulder checking you, and you fell on the ice, hitting yourself on your butt and hitting your head against the ice. You wince, almost biting on your tongue. Velvet rushed over to you. "Are you okay?" she asks you and holds out her hand for you. You take her hand and she helps you up. "It's okay. I have padding on my butt. My head just hurts a bit." She comes over and checks it, placing her hand on it. "It's going to swell for sure." "Who was that freaking Velvet? Please, I don't want anyone else to die for me. Let's just enjoy today and continue to ice skate." You didn't want your day ruined, but you were already feeling a bit anxious by having contact with someone you didn't want. But you didn't want to ruin the day, so you took her hand and instead did slow skating around the rink to enjoy each other's time. But this butthole was not giving up yet. He was being a menace to everyone. And of course, he checked you again, but Velvet kept you up. Velvet was getting more and more pissed off and ready to end this demon right here and right now. You, of course, were gritting your teeth and bearing with it, having anxiety every time he sped past you, if he was going to shoulder check you or not. It was making you anxious and you didn't want the confrontation, but your impulses kicked in and getting frustrated with him. You threw out your leg when he skated by and tripped him. He fell face first on the ice, his nose completely being razored off in the ice and red stuff gushing everywhere. People screamed and got off the ice as they saw the mess on the ice. You felt bad and instantly grabbed Velvet's arm. You did that on impulse and anger, but you were still frustrated. He got up and got in your face. Who the hell do you think you are doing that to me, little? Get out of my face, you say, and shove him on the ice, and he falls on his ass. What do you think you're doing? I am not doing anything. You've been a butthole this whole freaking time. You snap at him, your frustration again already. I'm glad your nose is gone because it was an ugly face. It's not much improvement. You didn't know what to say. You were frustrated and shaken. You were not fond with the confrontation, but your frustration and impulse control and poor emotional regulation of being with him. So you kicked him right in the groin to prove a message. Who do you think you are? He asked, grabbing his male parts. I They are my partner, and I am the Overlord Velvette. You hold onto her arm and look down. You were starting to feel a bit overwhelmed with the confrontation, and you didn't really think of the consequence of having to deal with this butthole. Now leave before I do something to you, she said, and the guy left, cursing you out. You grabbed Velvet's arm tighter, and she leads you away to get some hot chocolate to calm down. You both sit down in the bleachers while you sip your hot chocolate, and she pulls you close. You did good. I'm surprised that you were able to do that. It was just impulse, you say, looking down as you drank your hot chocolate, feeling a bit better, but still shaken up from the whole day of your space being your space being invaded by him multiple times, and then losing control of your impulse and also poor emotional regulation. I just want to go home and cuddle on the couch, you tell her, and she nods her head. Of course, let's go. You guys returned the skates and left. Velvet would deal with the guy later. What you didn't know not hurt her, but she would do it after you fell asleep, so this time she does not get caught. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you would like to see more, comment below what you would like to see, and I will do my best to do it. I hope that you're all having a great holiday time and such. So check out the songs I've done of a parody version of Yandere parody version of What's This. It's a YouTube Shorts on my Shorts channel, and also Deck the Halls Yandere parody version if you want to see that as well. Also, I will have either a story time right before this or after this the next day, which is which is a story time of something I just remembered from commenting on one of your muffins comments of stimming and stuff, and where I do not like repeated noises, and this happened around Christmas time, so I thought it was a good time to share why this noise repeated me and how I personally have really bad impulse controls, swear up a storm, and yell and shout when I'm very frustrated, overwhelmed, and also have my poor impulse controls. Overwhelmed and poor impulse controls with my autism and poor emotional regulation is like the perfect storm for throwing stuff, screaming, swearing, and just losing my poo, which is very toxic, and I'm doing my best to do it, but I do have those things, and with being overwhelmed, it triggers it a lot. Patreon outro. Thank you, Gav, for being my first patron. You are wonderful, beautiful, stunning, gorgeous. Mwah. Thank you, Gav. I appreciate you. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this, and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Happy holidays. Bye-bye. Secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro time, secret outro, baseball bat. Welcome to the secret outro, and the secret outro video of question of the day is, how would you deal with this if you had poor impulse control? Would you have done that, or would you have done something else? I probably would have tripped them, to be honest, because I'm petty like that. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and stay sexy on my sexy muffins. Bye bye.